Good morning, babies. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Whenever you find it, it's the right time. Please use your own intuition and discernment. If it's not your message, then it's not your message. Okay, let's get into it. The song I got on shuffle is Kick a Little by Little Texas. I'm just gonna paraphrase it, just to make it short. It's basically talking about how his dad's like always been like a gentleman, and he was always chill unless you had to show him what's up. And then it goes, and he would tell me, son, sometimes you got no choice. You gotta kick a little, cause a stir. Sometimes you gotta make some noise to be heard. If anybody ever tries to hold you back, yeah, you gotta kick a little, be tough. You gotta let them know you've had enough. Remember that unless you wanna finish last, you gotta kick a little. Some people judge you by the way you look. They see you once and say you ain't no good. Feels like they're never gonna take you for who you are. That's when you have to stand up and be strong and go the extra mile to prove them all wrong. Just remember, when they push you way too far, you gotta kick a little, cause a stir. And we've got child wounded, in reverse. So blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resist moving on through forgiveness. And then we have addict. Compromise integrity and honesty allows all addictive patterns to have authority over your inner spirit. And angel in reverse, also addict was in reverse as well. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So all of these, I was like, what the hell? That's telling me that if you're having people that are in this energy of like, blaming everything but themselves for how shitty their life is, treating you terribly or acting out towards you or other people, blaming their wounding from childhood or just not looking at it and healing it, blaming, oh, well, my dad was an ass, so I'm an ass, that type of thing. Just not taking any authority or responsibility for their lives. And then, the angel in reverse that was telling me, like, people that pretend to be like spiritually enlightened, I guess the best way to put that, spiritually enlightened, on the spiritual path, doing the work allegedly, and then you see them acting way out, and you're like, whoa, you're straight on demon time right now, like. But they don't see it, or they have like no self-awareness, so they don't do any sort of self-inquiry, so they don't actually see that they're really not doing the work. With those people, if they're coming into your place, into your circle, into your space, and they're just really intrusive, crossing boundaries, that type of stuff, being disrespectful, you gotta kick a little, cause a stir. So it's okay to, because we have hedonist after that. Inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. I was seeing this more as like, it's okay to indulge in just like putting these people in their place and, not being love and light, like being like, dude, no, absolutely, fuck off. Whatever you need to do to put them in their place. Like you let stuff slide because you don't want drama, you don't want anything else. It's okay to indulge in being like causing a stir, kicking a little, letting them know you've had enough, like the song said. And we have gambler in reverse, and I'm just seeing that as like you need to let them know that their chances are up. Their lucky streak is up and you're not having it anymore. You're not playing the games because maybe since they're still playing their little games and like being disrespectful, and it has been going on for a while, they thought like that was just they were like trained to think like, oh, well, I can just get away with this behavior with this person. And they need to learn, and you're part of their lesson also, is that it's not always going to be, you got to give them that wild card. Like, you gambled and lost, and your lucky streak is up with this. Your behavior is not acceptable. Messiah. Serving humanity with humility. Try and, like, yes, indulge in that behavior with putting them in their place. But then, just going right back to, like, don't let it hold you into a lower vibration or anything like that. It's good to, assert boundaries and put people in their place, but don't let it, like, ruin your day. Just go back to being your little self, your happy little self, as soon as, you put them in their place. Like, don't ruminate on it and let it bother you of, like, okay. Hopefully my backpack just didn't break. I was having it hanging off the chair. What was I saying? Yeah, go back to being your happy little self and, like, in your, just, staying in your own lane. Like, don't let this affect you or, like, ruin your day or obsess over it. Don't let that get to you. All right, I'll do one of these oracle cards and then cut it. For me, if I can't make it fun, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Yeah, and that's just kind of like the reminder of, like, just don't let this affect you to a point where you're, like, obsessing on it after you had to assert your boundary. It was just part of your day, and you just indulge in it for a little bit, but then, go back to being your happy self and, like, focusing on you. Yes, hi. I'd like for everything to stay the same. Change is good. Show up. Yeah, so, like, maybe if you've had a problem with, like, bringing this up, or, you've thought about it and you're like, I just, like, don't want to, like, fall back into old habits, or, like, you're uncomfortable for some reason, this is your chance to do something, like, assert your boundaries and hold true to them, but also, like, learning to go back into, like, your peaceful energy as well, like, being able to switch back and forth easily and, like, train that muscle, if you will. All right, babies, I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep being your best selves. Love you. Bye.